Hello and welcome to the Leverton Windmill Open Day, where today we're going to be covering all the cars that are here at the show and, well, just having a bit of a look round really. So I hope you enjoy. Let's get to it. We've got some of the cars arriving at the show. As you can see, we have a pair of Fords and this lovely Chevrolet pickup. We've also just had a selection of Fords arrive at the show. And now we're going to take a look at some of the cars along the rear row. So we have a little Mini Cooper in the white. We've got the Renault Megane RS. We've got a little Golf GTI. We've got another Volkswagen Golf, this time a bit of an older one. And then a little further down here we have the MGB Roadster and the Audi S4 V8 convertible. We've also got the Mitsubishi Lancer GSR, looking very nice there in the Rally Art colours. And that's alongside a Vauxhall Cavalier. And then just down from that we have another Ford and a Triumph Stag V8. Yep, of course that one has had a V8 swap. And then just down from that we have a bit of a Tuner Mini. Over here we have a Dodge Challenger SRT alongside a Chevrolet Camaro Z28 displaying the engine there. Also displaying the engine we have the Chevrolet Camaro RS, which looks very nice, and of course there you can see some of the stats of it. It's got a 5.7 litre V8 and 5-speed manual gearbox and an 85 Trans Am TPI intake. And then over here we have a Ford Mustang and another Mustang, this time the newer one. They're also displaying the American flag. And then just down here we have a TVR Tuscan S displaying the interior here, which looks very nice, of course in the convertible form. Over here we have a C6 Chevrolet Corvette convertible, which is again displaying the very lovely left-hand drive interior. We have another one of those just over here, but this time in the white. And of course you can see the interior in there as well. And then just over here we've got a Ford Mustang. This is another new Mustang, but it has a lovely little spoiler. You've got all of the sort of vent style windows. You've also got the GT badge. And then you can also see more vents along the side of the car too. We've also got a Honda Civic VTEC and a pair of Golfs. Very nice. So here we have a Ford Focus ST, again displaying the engine there, of course with all of the orange bits and bobs inside. Also got this lovely classic car alongside her. Not too sure on what that is, but it does look very nice inside. And then over here we have a BMW Z3, again displaying the interior in its convertible form. We've got a little MG as well. Alongside those we have a Peugeot GTI of some sort, not too sure on what that is. But alongside her, got the Lotus Esprit. No, not the Esprit, it's a Lotus BTUS. I believe I've seen one of these before, I'm not too sure on what they are. But alongside her, we've got the Ford Cortina, the Lotus Cortina, again displaying the lovely little engine, which you can see inside there. We've also got this classic car, again not too sure really on what it is. It's got a sort of emblem on the front really, which looks very nice. Next to her we have the 1970 Bond Equip, is that? Looks very nice though, and I do like the sort of interior that it's got. Quite a nice little interior that, to be honest. Very nice. And then over here we've got another classic. This is a British motor, Morris Minor. I believe it's a Minor, an old, really old Minor. That looks very nice, and it was actually built in 1928, and the date of dispatch for it was 1929, but this is a proper classic car, very nice. Just up from the Morris, we've got a Jag sandwich with two XKRs lining the outside, and the XJS V12 on the inside, and this is, of course, Jaguar's flagship classic, or one of many that they of course made. Very lovely car that. And just up from those we have another MGB Roadster, and just up from that we've got the selection of JDM cars, which you can probably guess I'm quite excited to see. So we've got the exclusive JDM 350Z alongside the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo with the midnight branding, exclusive JDM again. And then alongside that we have a JDM Nissan, which I believe is some description of S13, S14, I'm not really too sure, but I know that it's one of the S Nissan models, which looks very nice there, displaying the black carbon bonnet with all of the vents too. And then over here we've got a Subaru Estate, of course a WRX STI Estate, which looks very nice. And next to that we've got this Nelson S350. Just look at that, that is a proper classic car. You can just see the engine peeping through the vents there, and you can also see the flags along the side. Not too sure on what they are. It might have been the countries that it raced in, but they do look very nice there. Here you've got the interior of the car. Just look at that, it really does show what an old classic it is when you do have a look inside. And then just up from that we have a lovely old Rover, which is quite cool. That's of course got the Rover V8 3.5 litre. Just up from her we've got a Subaru Impreza STI, WRX STI. I do like these, of course, with their Japanese styling. Look at the size of that exhaust. Bet that'll make some noise. You've also got a racing tuned Ford Focus ST Turbo, which looks very lovely there. Quite a nice car. And then we've got some Fords over here, some of the icons of the rally era. I believe these are all Escort RS 1800s. However, I do know that this one over here is an older one. This is an Escort RS 1600, I believe. It might be even older than that. But alongside those, we have a pair of orange Ford Focuses. Very nice. Just up from those, we've got another Ford Escort alongside a big Chevrolet. This is the Chevrolet Thriftmaster Apache, which looks very, very cool there. And of course that is a pickup truck, but I'm guessing it uses some form of Chevrolet V8. And alongside that we'll have a little MGB GT. Then we've got all of the tractors around the top of the show as well. We've got an old New Holland. We've got a selection of Fords and Massey Fergusons. And then just down here, got a tractor hiding away in between some of the lorries, which are quite cool. Yeah. So now we're on the final row of the cars, and we have a selection on this row. We've got the Mercedes SLK alongside the Golf liveried Volkswagen Type 2 camper, and I must admit that does look quite cool, and I love how it's liveried in the Golf paint job. We've also got this rally racing style Mazda RX-7 actually. I was thinking when I got here that this was a Lancer Stratos, but according to the number plate and the little leaflet on the side, it is a Mazda RX-7, and I do quite like that actually. Of course, you've got the racing style interior, which looks very nice too. And alongside that, we have an Austin Healey 3000, which looks very nice there. Just down from that, we have the Ford Pumas. Yep, these are Pumas. But they're the more sporty style cars. In fact, that one has a model on a turntable inside, if you can see that, which is very, very cool. And just down from that, we have another Jag XK, and this one uses a V8 apparently. And then down here we have the Austin Land Crab, which we see at a lot of the local shows, but it is, of course, a very nice car. And this is an Austin 1800. So yeah, very nice. Got the Roma Home Citroen as well, which is quite cool. And then down from that we have another Ford Cortina. We've got the little AutoZam Review. It is an AutoZam, it's not the AZ1 sports car, but it's certainly very rare. Never actually seen one before. And then just down from those we have a Ford Granada. And then a little bit further down we've got a classic Lotus, which I believe is either a Europa or an Elite. I believe it's a Europa, but a very nice classic car there. Got another classic. I believe we see these types of cars at many of our local shows, but they are very, very rare, and to be honest, I don't even know what they are. But just down from those, we have a selection of Land Rovers too. Very nice. Sitting in the background, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it anywhere on the video, not too sure where it's gone. But another Ford Escort has just arrived. But here we have another classic Land Rover, and this has a Viking style model sculpture thing on the front, which is very, very cool and very rare. We've also got the Volkswagen Beetle and what I believe is a Bentley Brooklands, which is a cool car indeed. And then just down from that we have a Ford Mondeo ST220, which is displaying the Duratec ST V6 engine, one of the best V6s ever made. Honestly, Ford takes V6s to perfection, and you can see that with the newer GT model as well. And then just down from that we have another Ford, and this is some sort of XR6 Interceptor. I'm not too sure, but it's a very rare sort of car. But this is very rare. It's a BMW Z3M Coupe, and you hardly ever see these around the country. Oh, look what's just arrived. A Ferrari 488 Pista. We're definitely going to go and have a look at that in a moment. But before we do, we've got the Vauxhall VX220 to marvel at, and this is a very rare sort of car. Very nice. Actually had quite a few new arrivals, including a very lowered Mini with the front actually detached. Got the Lotus convertible. We have the Ford pickup And then just down from those, we have a pair of performance cars. We have the Porsche 911 Turbo and one of the cleanest looking cars at the show. It's the Ferrari 488 Pista, and I do really love these. Just look at that. That is absolute Ferrari perfection, and you can see the lovely interior there as well. But very nice. You can also see the V8 around the back too. Very lovely car that. It's the 488 Pista, but just down from that we have the Aerial Atom, which is very, very nice there. Displaying the rear mounted engine as well. Very nice. Here we have the Trent Valley mini stand, showing a selection of minis, both old and new. We've also got a couple of classics over here, including the Rover and these, which are very nice, but to be honest, again, I don't really know what they are. But that just adds, of course, to the mystery of the classics. Also got a Mark IV Mazda MX-5 rolling in the very nice white colour. And these two are actually part of the Skegness Mini Owners Club, which is very nice to see. And we've got some of the older ones over here. And then another old one just up here, and the new Cooper Countryman S. Also got a Triumph TR6 rolling in, looking very nice there in the blue. Then on the end we have a little Rover hatchback. Very nice. So I hope you've enjoyed today's visit to the Leverton Windmill opening day. There's been a great selection of cars and classics here, and well, I've quite enjoyed it, to be honest. Remember to like and subscribe, comment what was your favourite car. Also go follow me on Twitter and Twitch, because through the winter most of my updates or pictures will be coming on that, and the names for both of those accounts is Transportman225. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed today's video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!